What's up everybody, Tony here with High Tech Check, and today we're going to be testing out the IMBZBK tempered glass screen protector with liquid adhesive for the brand new Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now I will be putting links in the description in case you guys want to pick this up yourself, and if you guys like me and you want to support my channel, please use those links because it helps me keep purchasing products to do reviews for you guys. So I will be going over the full installation of the screen protector so you know what you're going to get into before you purchase it. And I'm also going to be testing out the fingerprint sensor, the S Pen, and we're going to be doing a scratch test. So by the end of this video, you will know if this screen protector is going to be worth your time and whether or not I recommend it. And one thing I wanted to point out that this screen protector has that no other screen protector has out there on the market is the anti-fingerprint. So here you get 4 tempered glass screen protectors, a USB-A to USB Type-C cable for the UV light, which is nice. We get our absorption pads, a slide block, a pretty heavy metal weight, some screen protector holders, our installation tray with little bubble level, 4 rear camera protectors, 4 screen wipes, 4 vials of adhesive, and your UV LED. The only thing you're going to need is a power bank or a phone adapter that you can plug that USB Type-A to USB Type-C in to power your light. So the only thing I really don't care for is the fact that they did not give you any stickers to cover up the ports on the bottom of the phone, because that's the one place on their tray that doesn't have any absorption. So I would definitely get some sort of sticker and just cover up all this on the bottom of your phone. I just used some guide stickers and covered up all the ports. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to clean off the screen really well and then dry it off. Then you're going to take your tray and your little absorbers and we're going to insert them into the little slots. So it should look just like that. Just make sure that the tray is on a somewhat level table and you're all set. So then we're going to take our phone, making sure not to touch the screen. We're going to put the camera end underneath the little absorber first, just like this. And then you can use your little drying cloth to push the phone the rest of the way down. Now we're going to take our little screen protector holders and we're going to insert them into the little slots. The red goes up at the top here, just like that. The green goes in the slots next to that. And the black goes down at the bottom. And then we're going to take our little black slider here and put them, then we're going to take our little slider here and put it right between these 2 posts, as close to the mount as possible. Then you're going to take one of your vials of adhesive and take off the white cap. What we want to do is make a bubble in the middle of the screen here, right between these 2 absorbers. So we'll turn it upside down in the middle of the screen and then slowly undo the black cap. Let all of the adhesive run out of the vial. Make sure there are no bubbles in the little bubble of adhesive. Once that's done, you can put the black cap back on and discard the little vial. So as you can see, there's a big bubble right in the center of the screen here. Then take one of your screen protectors. Make sure that the little fingerprint section is down towards the bottom of your phone. And we're going to peel off the number 1 from the underside, just like this. We're going to place the top in underneath the little absorber. Make sure you don't force it underneath, but you want it a little bit underneath the absorber, and then let the back end rest on this little slider here. Then just make sure that the screen protector is lined up between these 2 little green posts. And we're going to slowly pull back on the slider, letting the adhesive touch the screen. And if the screen protector happens to move backwards, you can just use the slider to kind of push the bottom towards the top. Remember, again, don't force it underneath the little adhesive pad here, but push it up to it to where you receive resistance. Now you just need to make sure that the adhesive covers the whole screen and there are no areas, especially in the corners, where the adhesive has not gotten to yet. Make sure you don't push down on the screen while this is working. You can get your little cylinder ready. I would also get a tissue ready because when we put the cylinder on top of the screen protector, adhesive may run out through the bottom or the corners, and you can use that to pick it up. So it looks like all the adhesive has covered the whole screen. So you're going to want to take your cylinder and gently put it over the little sticker for the fingerprint sensor. Be sure to look at the bottom and on the sides in case you see any liquid adhesive coming out. You can absorb it with your tissue or Q-tip. I don't see anything happening now. So now we need to remove our little colored pegs. So now we need to plug in our UV light, and we're going to place it over the middle of the screen, just like this. And we're going to press the button once for 30 seconds. Then we need to remove the light, remove the metal cylinder, and we need to remove the sticker from the screen protector. Okay, once you've done that, we're going to cure the screen for another 30 seconds. Then we're going to move the light to each side of the screen and cure that for 30 seconds each. Then once that is done, we're going to take our phone out of the tray. If you flip it over, you'll see this big circle underneath. Just press your thumb up and the phone should pop out. All right, so let's take a look around. No leakage underneath, which is definitely nice. We look at the sides, looking pretty good. Looks like we might have a little bit of extra on the side here, but it doesn't look like it got all over my phone. So now we're going to take a alcohol wipe and we're just going to clean up our phone. And we can also remove our stickers. It looks like a little might have almost gotten underneath, but those stickers stopped it, thank God. That's why I'd always recommend covering up these ports before you do the installation. But we are all good. All right, so installation wasn't really that bad. Looks really good. I don't see any bubbles whatsoever on the screen protector. Looks really nice. There is a very slight gap at the bottom of the screen here. There's definitely more of a gap up at the top. On the sides, there is a little gap. It doesn't go right up to the edge of the phone. As far as touch goes, feels just like glass. Very nice. We'll try out our S Pen. S Pen seems to be working just fine. There's only a very slight resistance, which you would expect from rubber on glass. Looks really nice. And I don't see any marks from the S Pen, which is definitely nice and expected because it is glass. Let's test out our fingerprints. So my fingerprints definitely seem to be still working from the first time I inputted them on the other screen protector, but if you have problems, I would definitely recommend going in and re-registering your fingerprints. That should take care of any issues and turn up the touch sensitivity too. Touch, nice and smooth, very responsive, no problems there, and it is crystal clear. Looks really nice. Let's put it in our case. So I do have a little lifting in the bottom here because it comes right up to the edge of my case. So that might be a problem for you as well because there is no gap at the bottom. During installation, you might just need to push it up just a little bit more than I did, and then you won't have that issue because on the top we have plenty of gap. There's actually a little bit more room where we could have pushed up the screen protector, so that would definitely take care of this little issue here. It looks like it comes right up to the case on the side. There's just a very slight gap on the edge, and again, like I said, there's plenty of gap on the top. So if we would have pushed our screen protector up just a tad bit more, we would not have this lifting in the corner. But other than that, it looks really nice. Installation, again, like I said, it was beautiful. There was no leakage of the liquid. Fingerprint sensor works, S Pen works. It looks crystal clear, and if we fix this, it would probably work with my case as well. So definitely liking this screen protector, and I would definitely give this one a thumbs up. So now let's move on to the scratch test. We're going to start off with a level 5 first. Then we're going to move on to a level 6. And then finally a level 7. So if we look at the screen protector here, as you can see, there's nothing at a level 5. There is at a level 6 and a little deeper at a 7. That's pretty typical for these screen protectors, so that's definitely a plus there too. And if you're interested on how to take this screen protector off, you could either use a fingernail, a credit card, or if you have like a little pick, just stick that underneath one corner of the screen protector until it kind of releases. Then just kind of move it down and throughout, and it should just pop right off like that. And as you can see, the screen is crystal clear. There is no residue left over. And then here we have the rear camera protector. It is made of tempered glass as well. All you need to do is simply peel this back just like that. Don't touch the underside once you've done that. Make sure you clean off your lenses and around the lenses as well so this can stick on there really nice. Then just simply line this up with the camera bumps and press it into place. And that's what it looks like. It is crystal clear, and it doesn't add a lot of bulk to the back of the phone. The only thing I will tell you is if you're using a case like I've been that doesn't have the full cutout, you won't be able to use this camera protector. So you're going to need to get a case that has a full cutout like this, and then you won't have any problems. So if I put my phone into the case here, I'll show you. As you can see, it fits perfectly into cases like that. It's pretty much flush with the camera bump, and it looks perfectly fine. Then we'll test our scratch resistance. So I'm going to start again with a level 5. Then we're going to move on to a level 6. And then finally a level 7. So if we take a closer look here, so there's no scratches at a level 5. There are a little bit at a level 6 and a little deeper at the level 7. So pretty much on par with the regular tempered glass screen protectors. I'm definitely liking the screen protector. It's got everything going for it. Like I said before, we probably could have got away with not having bubbles had I just slid it up just a tad, but everything works on here. Installation was great. So I would definitely recommend this. And again, if you guys want to pick this up yourself, I will be putting a link in the description below. And if you guys like me and you want to support my channel, please use those links because it helps me keep purchasing products to review for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell to let you guys know when I put out new videos. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.